Spokane SWAT team storms a drug house, and only our Jeff Humphrey was there start to finish.
Spokane police, search warrant, open the door!
Spokane SWAT team raids a drug house, and this is what they found.
Any of the syringes that we believe that have actual narcotics in them, we will collect those. That's just a kind of an example of what we found in the house already.
5 people were arrested last night on drug charges at a flop house detectives think has ties to prostitution. The search warrant was executed at 4th and Nelson in southeast Spokane, and only KXLY4 News was allowed to be there. Our Jeff Humphrey has the exclusive story of the bust from start to finish.
And Nadine, this is a great example of police and residents working together to rid this neighborhood of a problem drug house. Unfortunately, infiltrating these illegal operations isn't quick or easy.
So there is a long outbuilding back there, like a shed. This is the back of the house.
A lot of Spokane's drug busts get their start in tactical briefings like this one.
Thought about coming this way. The problem is there's a giant street light here. There is some minimal cover here, but not a lot.
SWAT's commander takes his own surveillance video so the team knows what to expect during this high-risk entry.
In the course of the investigation, there were some allegations of weapons inside the house, guns, also the sheer volume of people in there.
Police are hoping for at least a 2-to-1 advantage and use the element of surprise to approach the home and announce their presence.
Spokane police, search warrant, open the door!
With SWAT safely inside, detectives from the Special Investigation Unit begins their search for drugs. Their sergeant shows us one of several drawers filled with paraphernalia. And do you think that the syringes are used for injecting heroin or methamphetamine or both?
Both. It's our low-level user dealer who's selling enough to support their habit, but they have a lot of traffic at their houses. They have a lot of additional users there.
And all those people using drugs brings a lot of crime to this neighborhood.
On their way here, they're burglarizing houses, they're breaking into cars, they're taking bikes out of yards. This house is the reason why we have such high rates of property crime.
Neighborhood Resource Officer Dan Strassenberg knows the people arrested here on a first-name basis. He says last night's bust gives him the ammunition he needs to shut down this home permanently.
It was in foreclosure. I spent a whole lot of time trying to track down lending companies to figure out who owns it. I finally have found this morning who actually is responsible for it, so we should be able to have an eviction done here pretty quick.
And today we talked with several neighbors who are delighted to hear about that, but they still fear retaliation from the dealers and their customers, and so they're going to be giving the police department their high fives in private. Reporting live in southeast Spokane, Jeff Humphrey, KXLY4.